When it comes to ultra-long-range private jets, two names are dominating the conversation right now: the Dassault Falcon 10X and the Gulfstream G700. These aircraft represent the absolute pinnacle of business aviation, combining massive range, cutting-edge technology, and cabin luxury that rivals high-end apartments. But here's the big question for buyers and aviation enthusiasts alike. If you had to choose just one, which aircraft truly comes out on top? These jets aren't just about transportation, they're statements of power, efficiency, and innovation. And in this category, even the smallest differences can mean millions of dollars over time. Before we get started, we run the JetStream Briefing, a weekly newsletter trusted by thousands of aviation professionals and enthusiasts. Each issue delivers clear insights on private jets, ownership, and the latest news shaping the industry. It's free. Sign up now at jetstream.global. In today's video, we're diving deep into a full comparison between the Falcon 10X and the G700, not just from a performance standpoint, but also looking closely at real-world ownership costs, operating expenses, and long-term value. Because at this level, it's not just about range and speed, it's about what it actually costs to own and operate one of these flying machines. We'll break down everything from purchase price to hourly expenses so you can see the full picture. By the end, you'll have a clear idea of which jet is truly delivering the best value. The Gulfstream G700 entered service first, giving it a clear advantage in market maturity and buyer confidence. A brand new G700 is priced at around $75 million to $81 million depending on configuration. As deliveries continue, early pre-owned units are expected to enter the market soon, with estimated resale values between $72 million and $80 million depending on usage and condition. Gulfstream aircraft have a strong track record of holding value, especially in the ultra-long-range segment. Buyers are effectively paying a premium for immediate availability and a proven platform. In private aviation, that certainty carries significant weight. On the other hand, the Dassault Falcon 10X is expected to be priced slightly higher, in the range of $75 million to $80 million once it officially enters service. Since it hasn't reached the secondary market yet, pre-owned values remain uncertain at this stage. Dassault is positioning the 10X as a next-generation flagship with major advancements in comfort and design. Buyers are essentially investing in future performance rather than an already proven aircraft. However, Dassault's history with models like the Falcon 7X and 8X supports strong long-term reliability and operational confidence. Still, as with any new program, some uncertainty remains. By the way, if you'd like to understand how people actually access private aviation, we have put together a free guide called 5 Ways to Fly Private Without Owning a Jet. You can get it at jetstream.global/flyprivate. Links below. One of the biggest selling points of the Falcon 10X is its cabin, which is said to be the largest in business aviation. With a width of 9 feet 1 inch and a height of 6 feet 8 inches, it actually surpasses the G700 in cross-sectional space. The aircraft is expected to accommodate up to 19 passengers depending on configuration, with multiple fully customizable living zones. Dassault is pushing a completely new design philosophy here, including modular cabin areas, a full queen-size bed and a private suite, and even optional setups like a conference room or media lounge. The cabin pressurization is also expected to be industry-leading, with a lower cabin altitude for improved comfort. Add in ultra-large windows and advanced soundproofing, and the 10X aims to deliver a true residential-style experience in the sky. The Gulfstream G700, however, is no slouch when it comes to cabin comfort. It can seat up to 19 passengers and offers up to 5 distinct living areas, making it one of the most versatile cabins in private aviation. With a cabin width of 8 feet 2 inches and a height of 6 feet 3 inches, it provides a spacious and well-balanced interior environment. These zones can include a dining area, lounge, entertainment space, and a private suite with an optional shower. The cabin altitude is kept at around 2,840 feet at 41,000 cruising altitude, which is already among the best in the industry. Gulfstream's interior craftsmanship is widely regarded as one of the finest, with high-end materials and meticulous finishings. The G700 also benefits from years of refinement carried over from earlier models, making it a benchmark experience for many buyers. When we talk about performance, both aircraft are designed for ultra-long-range missions, but there are some key differences. The Gulfstream G700 offers a maximum range of approximately 7,750 nautical miles at Mach 0.85 and around 6,650 nautical miles at a faster Mach 0.90 cruise speed. It can connect city pairs like New York to Hong Kong or London to Singapore without refueling. Powered by Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 engines, it delivers strong fuel efficiency and high-speed performance. Gulfstream also emphasizes its high-speed cruise capability, allowing operators to save time on long routes. This makes it particularly attractive for executives who value time above all else. The Falcon 10X, meanwhile, is targeting a range of about 7,500 nautical miles at Mach 0.85, with a top speed around Mach 0.925. It will be powered by Rolls-Royce Pearl 10X engines, which are designed specifically for this aircraft and promise improved fuel efficiency and lower emissions. Dassault is also known for its superior wing design, which enhances fuel burn efficiency and allows operations from shorter runways compared to competitors. That could open up access to more airports worldwide. While the range is slightly less on paper, the efficiency and flexibility may give it an operational advantage in certain scenarios. It's less about raw numbers and more about real-world usability. Get the latest in private aviation weekly, aircraft, ownership, and market updates. Join the JetStream Briefing at jetstream.global. Now, let's talk about what really matters to owners, the cost of keeping these jets in the air. For the Gulfstream G700, annual fixed costs typically range between $1 million to $1.5 million, covering crew salaries, insurance, hangar, and maintenance programs. On the variable side, operating costs sit around $6,000 to $8,000 per flight hour, largely driven by fuel burn and engine programs. If you're flying 300 hours per year, that translates to roughly $1.2 million to $1.8 million in variable costs annually. Combine that with fixed expenses and total yearly operating costs come out to approximately $2.2 million to $4 million. That's the real cost of ownership beyond the purchase price. For the Falcon 10X, while still in the pre-entry phase, projected costs suggest a slightly more efficient profile. Annual fixed costs are expected to fall between $1.2 million and $1.7 million, similar to the G700 but potentially lower depending on maintenance structure. Variable costs are estimated at around $2,000 to $3,500 per hour thanks to improved aerodynamics and newer engine technology. At 300 flight hours per year, that equals roughly $600,000 to $1.05 million in annual variable costs. When combined with fixed costs, total yearly operating expenses are expected to land between $1.8 million and $2.75 million. Over time, that efficiency gap could translate into meaningful savings for owners. When investing over $75 million into an aircraft, lifecycle and resale value become just as important as performance. The Gulfstream G700 is expected to follow the strong residual trends seen in earlier models like the G650. Typically, Gulfstream jets retain around 65% to 70% of their value after 10 years, depending on usage and maintenance history. That means a G700 purchased for $75 million could still be worth roughly $48 million to $52 million a decade later. This is supported by strong global demand and Gulfstream's extensive support network. For owners, that predictable depreciation curve adds a level of financial confidence. The Falcon 10X, while newer, is expected to perform competitively in long-term value retention. Dassault aircraft often see slightly lower depreciation in later years due to efficient operating costs and a loyal operator base. Early estimates suggest that the 10X could retain around 60% to 68% of its value after 10 years, translating to roughly $45 million to $50 million from a $75 million purchase. Over a full life cycle, including major inspections and engine overhauls, owners can expect to spend an additional $8 million to $12 million. However, lower operating costs could help offset some of that over time. Ultimately, resale value will depend heavily on maintenance quality, total hours, and market timing. In the end, choosing between the Dassault Falcon 10X and the Gulfstream G700 comes down to priorities. The G700 stands out as a proven high-performance jet with strong resale value and immediate availability, making it a safe and reliable investment. Meanwhile, the Falcon 10X promises next-generation innovation, a larger cabin, and potentially lower operating costs over time. Both aircraft represent the absolute top tier of private aviation, and neither is a wrong choice. It's really about whether you prefer established excellence today or cutting-edge potential for tomorrow.